My name's Claire and I've come from Wirral. I work for Wirral Council Targeted Services. I've got really useful information about how to work with young people in explaining about bereavement, explaining what death is, and just creative ways in them expressing how they're feeling. I think it'll be really helpful for them to think outside the box and how they work with their young people, not just communicating through words. There's loads of different creative ways you can work with young people.
I'm Lucy Dale, I'm from Newton-le-Willows and I currently work in the Pupil Referral Unit in Halton as a key worker. So it's my role to mentor the young people that come to us and hopefully deal with some of their behavioural issues and get them back into either mainstream education or specialist provision. I knew that it was a service that we could use that's in our sort of borough, in our locality, and I have made referrals to Child Bereavement UK. We're going to do a whole staff training at our school, so Child Bereavement UK are going to come out to our whole school and talk to all of the staff members there, because I think it's really important that we've got the skills and the sort of the right answers and the right, things to do with our students. We have a lot of students that come in with bereavements, and quite often we don't know how to handle that. It's sometimes swept under the carpet and we deal with the behaviours that come from their emotions around that bereavement, but we don't know how maybe to deal with the emotions themselves. And I think it's been really handy to see the 4 tasks of mourning that you were talking about, rather than the 4 stages of grief. It's actually a task that individual has to be responsible for and work through themselves. So that's something that we'll definitely take back into school and do with our young learners. I think it's been really invaluable actually, and I'd recommend it to anyone that's working with young people, not just vulnerable young people, but if you are working with vulnerable people then especially so, because I think it's really good to understand that actually bereavement can affect their behaviour for many, many years. It's not something that just goes away after a year or 2 after that death of a close person or loved one. It's something that can sort of shape who they become and into adulthood as well. So if the adults working with them are skilled in helping the child deal with that, then ultimately you're going to shape their future for the better.
My name's Graham Dodd. I work at the Bridge School, which is Halton's Pupil Referral Unit in Runcorn, and I'm a key worker there, so I support young people trying to get them into education and keeping them in education, and while they're in education finding out what their needs are to hopefully best support them moving forward. Confidence, so I think I felt, and maybe my colleagues on site have felt, that death is a bit of a taboo subject, and staff are a bit worried about saying the wrong thing or being unable to support learners that have suffered bereavement. But actually after the training I've been filled with a bit of confidence, and I think if we can work together we can support our learners through that process in an effective way. I would, yes, and I've actually spoke to the people who ran the course to try and get some further training for my colleagues. I think it's, as I said, it's a really important part of young people, and ultimately they're all going to go through bereavement, and it's how they deal with that to then go on and reach their potential. So I think if we continue seeing death as a bit of a taboo subject, unfortunately learners are going to miss out, so they need to be able to cope with that moving on into adult life.
Thank you.
So my name's Sally Tittle and I'm the Communication Officer for the local offer for Wirral Local Authority. I was aware of the work that it does and the fantastic website resource that Child Bereavement UK offer. I've recommended it to children and parents that I work with, and I first came across the company about 2 months ago when I went to an event where one of your representatives was promoting the work you do. I've got an increased awareness that this information benefits children hugely. Early planning, it's a life event that we all know is going to happen, so to prepare them the best way we're able to, especially over a protracted period of time, because children with special needs benefit hugely from the support over a period of time rather than being bombarded with information, a lot of information on an emotional plane that they struggle to deal with. So sensory ways of dealing with it, creative ways of expressing their feelings through dance, through drama, through art, through examples of life cycles we talked about, I found really helpful. Without any hesitation, I would recommend. I think it benefits us as individuals, as parents, as professional people working with children. I think we could all gain something from it, and I think I'll be a better parent and better place to support the children and families as a result for coming today.